It was super humid out last night. My front windows are completely fogged over. We're in Kingston, Ontario, and we slept right here beside the ocean. And today it looks like a really beautiful day.
I only have a few more months left out here on the road, and then I'll be back on Vancouver Island at my shop. That means I have that ambulance project on my mind a lot lately. It's a blank slate just sitting there waiting to be built out. I spent last winter making that shop into the ultimate man cave, and this winter, that ambulance is getting torn apart.
Well, that's a nice start to a day. Wow.
I'm excited because I get to learn a few new skills. I don't know how to weld, and the ambulance needs some welding work, and I bought a welder. I don't know how to use it yet, but I bought it, and it's there. But that's what this winter is going to be all about. Doing some upgrades and stuff to my van, getting some stuff repaired, and also planning out that ambulance build. I think a lot of this winter is mainly going to be a lot of exterior stuff, like we need to do windows and roof rack systems and bodywork and paint and some rust repair. But this winter is going to be massive for projects, and I'm super stoked for it.
We've been having some power problems lately. 40%, not so bad, but we are currently pulling 120 watts. And the other morning, all my low voltage alarms were all going off. And guess what the problem was? Me. I was the problem. In the summertime, there's a fair amount of power being drawn in the van between the two fans that run on either side of me, my roof vent, which is pulling fresh air through and out the top, plus my fridge running, and when it's hot outside, that compressor kicks in and out all night long, because sometimes you do get warm and sticky nights like we do last night. And now that I have Starlink, there are some days that me being the problem, forget to shut off Starlink, which means it's pulling 45 watts or whatever it's deciding to pull at that point in time all night long when I'm not using it. So I get up in the morning, I'm like, oh man, I would have probably been 10% higher if I would have just shut that silly Starlink off. But I forget to, and it's not a huge process to shut off, because Starlink right there, that white box, is plugged into the inverter. And the inverter switch is right there beside my bed. So all I got to do is go up and hit that off switch, and now we can save some power. But oh no, not me. I just flip through my phone and then pass out. Fully pass out and let it just drop power all night long. Whatever. Ooh, I'm getting better at this coffee stuff for sure. But today, with all the sunshine we have out here today, we should be able to top up everything with solar. And I think we're going to be bouncing out of Kingston, Ontario this morning and heading our way a little bit closer towards Toronto. So we should be able to top this 39% up to 100% by the end of the day, hopefully. All right. Good morning, everybody. Mr. Cruzy's not awake yet. He's still passed out sleeping. Bro, you want a coffee? Do you want coffee? Will coffee help wake you up, buddy? He is not impressed at all. Morning, buddy. Morning. Ooh, it's hot. So my chain gym membership at Anytime Fitness, there's not one in this town, but it feels good to finally be back in an area where I can actually use the gym that I pay for. So that'll be nice, because my chain gym membership stopped in Montreal. So after that, we just did like pools and things like that. But the convenience of being back to my regular gym is going to be super nice. It's missing an eye. Oh, wait a minute. Now it says Kingston. We're in Kingston, Ontario. Good morning, everybody. Didn't I just get cleaned up? Here I am crawling around on the ground. I need a water.
We all know I'm trying to eat healthier, but something in my brain told me that butter tarts are just a part of a natural, healthy diet. So okay, guys, I just can't stop. They're so good.
Ooh, all that sugary goodness. Okay. My chai tea latte, delicious. Butter tarts, I'm guessing made by this guy because he has piles of them in there. Delicious. You know what electric lettuce is?
What?
Electric lettuce. Okay, so I was walking around. What was the last time we were in Brockville? And I walk around filming the other morning, and this gentleman comes over and, wow, you have all sorts of different colors of hair. I'm like, well, thank you, sir. He was completely and absolutely bone white on the hair. And I'm like, yeah, it's changing to, pretty much your color pretty fast. He goes, you need some electric lettuce. I'm like, what's electric lettuce? He was like literally stunned. He goes, you don't know what electric lettuce is? I'm like, no. And he's like, wacky tobacco.
Oh, yeah.
Electric lettuce. Something I've never heard of before. Look at that church. That is wild. It's so big. And why do some of these old churches look so scary? Like that looks like something off of like an old scary movie. Well, at least they're power conscious. They have an LED light bulb in there. This is wild. That's a very good question, Emmy. Ontario flag. That's the one.
Oh. How did you expect that?
I'm bringing sexy back.
For the last couple of years, I've been talking about adding a kayak to my life. Something me and the dog can go out in the water and just go for a paddle. This year, this is my second time on one. Am I fit enough for it? I don't know.
This whole kayaking thing's a lot harder than you think. Found a little bit of calmness over here from the wind and waves. I'm just gonna sit and relax for a little while. I think if I were to ever buy myself my own kayak, I'm gonna have to have a place in here to put beer. Are you allowed to drink beer in a kayak, or is that against the law? It's not a motorized vehicle. Huh. This lake's a good temperature. That's good, good jump in, have a bath kind of temperature. Exploring these little tiny little boat launches in here. People live in that thing. Kingston, Ontario. Pretty cool little city. And the population here is like 130,000 people or something like that.
Since I'm voicing this video over after my kayaking trip, boy did my arms, my back, my tummy, my everything completely hurt after this. Believe it or not, being out here on the water is a lot more of a workout than I was expecting. But maybe getting a kayak's a good idea. That might help me push myself a little bit farther and be a bit more active. If you guys missed it, I filmed a video with Cruz in a kayak. It's over on his channel at Cruz the Bulldog. It was so damn cute. Kayaking. I might buy one. Maybe. Where the heck am I gonna put it though?
My sandals smell. Amy's laughing at me. What my sandals smell? Don't tell me you guys don't smell your shoes. You'd be lying to me.
I still miss the shop. Even though I'm out here on a kayak on a lake, I miss the shop. And that's weird because, I've never had a little bit of a base to start my adventures from. And that little shop's turned out to be a pretty big part of my life, and I miss it. lot of work. Oh, we're gonna hit the building. Don't hit the building. I think one of the greatest things I did on this trip was to take it a little bit slower. We got to see a lot more smaller towns and spent more time in some of the eastern provinces than I would have done in my past. Before, I would bounce around and just film things and just bounce out. But I also left later in the travel season. This year we left early. Are you filming too? Save my shoes. I mean, if I fall out, it's all good, babe. I need to have a shower anyway. Okay. Like an expert, baby. So am I gonna add a kayak to my life? That's still an I don't know yet. I think we may have to go out and rent them a few more times because after this, the whole body was sore for probably a few days. Maybe more than that, but I won't admit to it. So in this moment here, I had to decide, do I be a man and help her out? Or be a man and let her be a strong, independent woman and do it on her own? She rocked it. Oh, bummer. I was hoping for,
some action in the
total
video.
mess. Well, you locked your exposure, huh?
Huh?
Thanks for watching, everybody, and riding along on this crazy cross-Canada road trip with us. For everybody new, I can't wait to show you guys the shop when we get back to Vancouver Island. Man, it's going to be a ton of good content when we get back there. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching.